There is a sense of entitlement with vegans, no? Or is it just like a...
I mean, I don't pay for any food.
What's that?
I don't pay for any food. I just leave with it. But you tell me that's entitled, just fine.
Yeah, but there's a confidence, right? There's a sense of like, I know, like...
No, no. I would say sometimes...
That's what I've heard thrown towards the vegan culture is that like, they think they're better than us. But maybe that's just somebody who eats meat, meat eater is deflecting because they know that they're harming.
Yeah, sometimes I do like go to sleep at night with my head's on the pillow and I just hear Joe Rogan go, fucking pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you got the Joe Rogan fucking pussy app where he just that's his way of tucking you in at night. By the way, that is a great idea. Just the way there was like celebrity GPS, like, you know, you get that famous. Hey, if Gwyneth Paltrow could sell candles that smell like her vagina, why can't you come up with an app where it's like, you know, him tucking, I don't know, reading you bedtime stories? What would it be? What would Rogan, what could he truly capitalize on?
The little moose that could, right before he's killed.
Yeah, the little moose that could run away with a 10-second head start before he shot it in the head.
He got 10 feet, though. Good for him. That's a record.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Herbert. And you're listening to the About Last Night podcast, you slippery little son of a bitch. About last night.
What is your lucky number?
5.
Really?
Yeah. No, it's 1125. Pin code to it. Are we recording right now?
Yeah.
delete.
Yeah. No.
11254.
Is that your pin number?
No, I don't know.
Okay. Wait, what is your lucky number? I've never asked you
leave
that.
it log into my bank account.
We've been friends for how long?
Since 2006.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could actually get the exact date because the date. No, we couldn't the exact because the day of the Kermit the Frog thing, but it was viral.
Kermit the Frog, 2 Girls, 1 Cup reaction video is what you're referring to.
Yes.
Yeah.
From the origin story.
Yeah, which is crazy, by the way, that it's crazy that hasn't gotten me canceled.
Right.
I mean, and it shouldn't, but it's like I didn't have any licensing from, but also it was a parody. I don't think I monetized Kermit jerking off to the 2 Girls, 1 Cup video.
That's the mistake.
Yeah. Have you seen 2 Girls, 1 Cup? I remember you wouldn't watch it.
No, never.
Yeah, still. Good for you.
Still have a sex drive because of it.
Yeah. I remember my mom saw that, not 2 Girls, 1 Cup, but my reaction video, and she goes, I love that you found a way to use Kermit.
Oh, my God.
And I go, do you know? And I go, did you see what he was doing? She goes, yeah, that was a little vulgar, but, you used, you love the Muppets. I go, do you know what he was watching? She goes, no, I just heard some sweet music in the background. I go, yeah, please do not do any more research on what that was. And she was like, why? Can you imagine? I don't know what would be worse. Walking in on my mom and stepdad making love or knowing that she watched 2 Girls, 1 Cup. If you're 71 and you see 2 Girls, 1 Cup, where do you go from there?
I think you go into a casket.
Yeah. That's a wrap.
Definitely. Yeah, and and also, how is she going to find it? Is 2 Girls, 1 Cup? Can you Google it and just find it?
No, you got to go on a deep dive.
Yahoo.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that's definitely not what you say when you find it. I think there's definitely. I remember when I had to find it for the reaction videos, I had to which by the way, definitely didn't need to find it to have Kermit watching it. I remember my roommate at the time asked, he's like, can't you just pretend that he's watching it? I was like, nah, I gotta have it on. Like it's, you can hear the music. That was my old roommate, Sean. Remember him?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
How many takes did that take?
That's it.
Take squared.
Yeah. Real hot button question. Probably 3.
So you got to watch it 3 times at least?
Yeah.
So was that your initial reaction?
Well, no, I was down on the ground holding Kermit up like this.
Oh. But you didn't know it to the music. You know, like each music cue. You've got a musical ear. You always have.
Yeah. So 2006 we met. So it's been about 15 years.
Yeah.
It's a solid friendship.
It is. I'm not a math major, but that tracks in my mind.
It's a interesting thing too to just pick up a new dude friend post college, right?
Right.
But also in our line of work, I feel like it's
Because you feel like you're cheating on the other buddies too.
Hilarious.
It's a buddy cheat.
Your high school buddies or your college buddies.
College buddies.
Because you do. Because I think friends now, and especially with what you're doing work wise,
Yeah.
and when you're entering a business like ours, where it's just like the grind, the uncertainty, the highs and lows, the support system that you need, you end up developing almost a stronger bond with people in it than your high school buddies. Because you're like, well, what wear and tear do we really go through together?
Right.
Like, you didn't get, you didn't ask the girl you wanted to the dance in time, so you had to go with somebody else. Like, fucking, I was there for you, man. I fucking, like, there's no real.
Doubles.
Yeah.
Summer doubles.
Yeah.
Footballs.
Yeah.
Football. It's like, you can tell I was good at football. Summer doubles. Footballs.
Has been Mark Saratella on the About Last Night podcast.
I was a backup.
Yeah.
Backup to the backup. Tons of support, though.
Yeah. How's coming out of COVID been?
Great.
Feeling good?
I guess so. Lots of stress putting on shows again.
Yeah.
And
for people that don't know, Mark took the LA comedy scene by the balls and just said, "We're coming back, baby."
Came back.
And with the Supernova Comedy Show over at 1716 Whitley, you've always had a knack for it's a easier said than done quality, by the way, because you've been in comedy for what, for almost 20 years?
No, over 20.
Over 20.
Started in 98. So
Performing,
22.
but having a knack for just like putting on shows. And I don't know when that started for you. Like, was it going
right
to
away
shows and just seing like stuff you didn't like about what was?
Of course.
Yeah.
Just walked in and was like, this isn't busy enough.
Yeah.
Someone needs to make it busier.
Yeah.
And then I did. And I'd always have partners on every show, at least two partners. So me, but maybe taking the reins on it. But yeah, just having a passion for live performances, always have.
Yeah.
And you go, well, someone's going to make this better. And then, correct?
Yeah.
They're the best shows in each city.
Totally. And what's great about Supernova, it's a show in the round.
Mm-hmm.
The lineups are stacked. The people are fired up to be there. But you also are always paying attention to things that comics usually don't pay attention to, or the people that run shows don't pay attention to. Like just the fan experience, and then like even now getting a green room spot for comics to hang out in, like little things like that are more attentive concerns.
I run the drinks.
Yeah.
A lot. If the drink runners are behind, I'd start taking them out.
Yeah, which is big time.
It is. You don't want someone like updating on Yelp, like, I went to this show, I didn't get my drink to the fifth comic, which I see a lot at comedy. It
matters.
One bad,
not that you need to be fucked up for the start of the show, but
Totally.
like there's something about it's almost like being in a ball game with a hot dog or a beer. Nobody goes to get a beer by the 8th inning of the game.
No, the feng shui is off, and also it's like I like it because it can help my sets in a way too, because I'm not like listening to what people are saying, but I'm in the room, I'm moving around, I'm kind of getting the feel of the room, and also it's kept me thin. Yeah. Because it's like, I go, it's not that bad exercise.
By the way, I didn't realize when you told me at one point you lost 30 pounds, because you've always been slim to me.
Yeah.
And
I didn't know either.
My weight fluctuates, and, I'm hopefully on a better, upswing in the last couple weeks and moving forward. Yeah. But you always have just not seemed like there was an issue.
No.
And then when you tell me you lost 30 pounds, and I don't know what pictures I saw recently, and I saw the difference.
I think I showed them to you on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I looked at my face and I didn't know either because I saw
That's what you're saying, because you were saying your face was,
and
that's like, I think for most people, any sort of fluctuation, the face is the first thing to.
And I got Candid as well, which is basically Invisalign.
Yeah.
And so I had, my teeth were slowly shifting as I got over a little bit, and I was becoming self-conscious, and I was like, I didn't even notice I had become like just a little chubbier too. And so I've been doing that for 20 months now, the Candid thing. Yeah. And also I've been vegan for 15 months.
That was the big shift.
Yeah, totally. And I've just been drinking less.
Yep.
And so.
And walking around more.
Yes.
Just around, taking
100%.
walks and.
Just healthier.
Did that all happen pre-COVID? When did you, no, you didn't lose 30 pounds during the pandemic, did you?
Sorry, what?
You lost 30 pounds during the pandemic?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, because, usually, it's like, I'm just not out there as much. And so when you're out, but also it was, I don't even know. It just, yeah, I think so.
Because even when we go to Seattle, like you were going to the Muay Thai classes, and I was trying to get me to do that, and I was like,
yeah, I think the vegan thing too, because being vegan, I think it's about 15% less calories, and over the course of a year, it's a lot. And then the drinking, I didn't realize how much calories were in the drinks.
Yeah.
So now that I'm drinking less than I ever have, a Jack and Coke, I thought it'd be like 80 calories, but a Jack and Coke is like 750 calories.
Wow.
And I drink doubles, and when I start drinking doubles, I have 4.
Yeah.
So I go there, but I was going there a lot. I've been slowing down for the last 5 years. I
Yep.
mean, you know how this all tracks.
Yeah.
If we were graphing it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you know. But the
It's so funny, real quick, even though, even when people will, and I know I'm guilty of this, where it's just like, I won't drink beer, but I'll drink vodka sodas. So I can have 20 because it's less calories.
100%.
And you're like, well, no, you actually did more damage because you thought that because there was less,
Yeah.
you know, or like a diet something. And it's like, it still is.
I calculated that I was consuming about 3,250 calories on a day when I was drinking.
Wow.
You're only supposed to have 2,000 calories total in a day.
Who said
And
that?
now I
Tony
had-
Robbins? He's
Totally.
not wrong.
Yeah, yeah. And I was just like, I didn't realize how much it was. So from that point on, even just being vain, I was like very conscious of, you know, what I was consuming when.
Yeah.
If I was even having one, I go, well, what's the point of one? I think that kind of crept in there too. I go, well, why'd I have one?
Yeah.
You know, if I'm going to go there, I'm not going to, you know, it's like eating one Big Mac. You have
Yeah.
to have 6. I don't know what the logic is.
There's a saying there. Is the vegan? I think you probably, I know Preacher Lawson's vegan. I think
Yeah, that
Kelsey
was-
Cook just
yeah.
went vegan. Oh, that contributed to you?
No,
Oh,
those guys.
but you look at it's like it's never, you know, you never see someone where you go, oh, that doesn't look like a lifestyle that I, you know, like you lost weight. Preacher fucking, you know,
Yeah.
looks like Preacher. So you're like, all right, well, there's definitely a method to the madness. Like
Yeah.
it's probably not. It doesn't look like it's hurting these people.
No, I'm as satisfied with my diet as I was with my past one. And because I didn't think that was going to be, I was like, well, life's just more boring now. And so what I did was, after the first 3 weeks, it was like becoming repetitive, and I thought I was going to snap. So finally I go, no, I want to really do this.
You were gonna
'cause
snap because you weren't having like real.
I just was eating the same thing, like eat the same 6 meals for
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
And so
How does a vegan snap, by the way? Do they have the energy for that? or
bacon,
does-
baby.
Yeah.
That's the first thing, you know, he's going to go to the bacon. And
Oh,
so,
you cheat with bacon.
that's what I was going to
Oh.
do. I haven't cheated with anything.
No, but wait. So you snap by eating?
I think I was about to snap and get a hamburger or something,
gotcha,
and get
okay.
something for variety's
so
sake.
snap meaning break your pattern of vegan-
Relapse into being an asshole, like everyone listening who eats meat.
Yeah. Yeah. There is. I mean, I think the pandemic gave everyone a chance, and I want to know for you how quickly did you go?
Well, back to this because I think it's an important point.
Yeah.
So I went to the grocery store. I go, okay, I'm just gonna go to the grocery store, look at the vegan food, and then I just inspected, went up down every aisle and just looked at things. It's not like you go to the vegan aisle; they have vegan parts, but there are some things that are just vegan unintentionally.
Yeah.
So I bought $350 worth of groceries, brought it all home, and I would say about 2/3 of it I liked. So I just reestablished my diet.
Mm,
And then at my restaurants in the area, I know each vegan dish that I like
Cool.
all around the area.
cool.
And then when I go on the road, you know, I bring some food. It's
Yeah.
really not, it's just not hard now. And
You have to be committed to the lifestyle
Right.
and do like anything. It's almost like if you're looking for an Airbnb in a certain city, like do your research and
Yes.
try to trying to buy a car. Like just
Yeah.
do the homework involved to try to so that you're, you know, accommodating to the lifestyle and not just
100%.
going like, all right, I guess I'll just only be able to spend this much on food and I'll just
Yeah.
go to that aisle. It's like, no, you fucking, I mean, even when we were in Salem, we went to Baskin Robbins and you were like, you got to try vegan ice cream. And I was
Yes.
like, it's fucking,
it's as good. It's better.
Yeah,
And it
yeah.
doesn't sit in you as long. Because if you eat an ice cream, it sits in you like glue. And so, you know, what did I do yesterday there's certain, let's call out a hamburger place, Stout Burger. It's in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
You been there?
no, but I know of it.
It's like an umami burger, right?
Yeah.
They have a new vegan burger. I go, I want to go check that out. The vegan burger was incredible, but they
Whoa.
also had. I go, can I get one of the dipping sauces for the French fries? And I go, what are the vegan ones? They go, Thousand Island. I go, your Thousand Island is vegan? He goes, yeah. Those little things, because vegan mayonnaise, people make fun of like veganese. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
But it's mayonnaise, and so to have a Thousand Island, those little things, not having eggs in that, is so important to hens that are tortured inside these boxes. Not take a downturn, but all those little numbers. It's like World War II. You just get all that stuff down
Yeah.
because it's Thousand Island dressing, and so there's no reason to have an egg in there
Yeah.
if we don't have to have an animal suffering for this thing. So, you know, I did it for the animals. 1 billion animals died in Australia.
Whoa.
This
yeah,
is-
from the fires.
Yeah, this is a comedy podcast, right? And then
We'll get to it.
we'll get there. We're getting there.
Hey, everything starts from somewhere.
Those koalas get no respect.
Yeah.
And then COVID is from eating meat. Possibly. They say it's from a lab, but most likely it came from, they think, an animal transfer. Let's say it's not. Swine flu. from eating meat out of these things.
Because people ate bats and they got sick from it.
What we think is, they think is that, right? That's probably the most plausible thing. And, you know, in the amount of Asian hate that's happening in this country, people know it came from China. We had that horrible president.
Yeah.
And so it could come from anywhere. I believe the swine flu came from the Midwest. Don't quote me on it, but we've had pandemics break out of all sorts of countries.
Yeah.
The Spanish flu came from Spain. It's not necessarily their fault. It's like the reaction to it. But let's say COVID is
herpes came from Coachella, you know? Everything came from somewhere.
The original chick, the original hooker, Coachella.
Yeah. We'll be right back.
And then also, then there was this one video, right? So I go, I'm already thinking about it. Then there was one video that goes, mama cow runs after baby cow, is taken away. Didn't even click on it. I go, I'm out. I go, I'm going to try to become vegan. And I go, and that's the, also it's helped me go, oh, I can try to do something new in my life and have it stick. Because we all have tried things and not have it stuck. But I know I've intentionally eaten my last animal product. Sometimes things will happen, like I went to the same burger place, right? I get a vegan burger from the one up the street. I get home. Some people think vegan means cheese, even though I told them no cheese. It had cheese on it. I'm not going to march back to the store and be like, take this cheese off and cook me something new, because I'm just a waste of food.
Yeah.
And I've eaten cheese up until that point. Right. So I'm not to the point of being insane where like, I can't even consume. I go, I'm not going to contribute to any animal cruelty.
Yes.
But I'm not going to also just waste food, go back, throw it in their face. But I had to go back there and be like, do you know what vegan means? She's like, vegetarian? I go, vegans, no animal products, don't worry about it, because I go there all the time.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't know. Some people just don't know. They think
also
the vegan burger with cheese is a vegetarian burger. It's a different thing, you know.
Also, you've been in the service industry for a while. So I think you have and you tell me, are people who have worked in the service industry already just more lenient and understanding of, any sort of mistakes?
Tip more, all that stuff. Same, or that place closed down, right? They open up a new place. They have 2 vegan burritos, right, on their menu. And I go, so I eat it one day. I go, damn, that's the best vegan cheese I've ever had. Get it again. I go back there. I go, is it vegan cheese? They go, yes. I go, okay, cool. Go back there again, because it's been open for like a couple months.
Yeah.
The other day, the manager's there. I go, hey man, the bean and cheese burrito, is that vegan cheese? He goes, no, the beans are. I go, okay. I go, can I just please have the 2 soy-rizo ones? So you're going to make some mistakes, but don't lose heart. Because I wasn't like, you made me eat cheese. What? I'm not going to like flip a table. And then also be like, it's too hard. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you're going to have some slip-ups here and there. It's in everything. And you learn, you know, some people will be like, Oreos are vegan. I think they are, according to what I've read.
Whoa, can we still say that in 2024?
Yeah, no, right? Don't cancel me. Don't cancel me.
That's my new thing, by the way. Somebody says anything that's not cancelable, and I just go, can we still say that?
Yeah.
Just to make people nervous. By the way, I've done it twice to people for things like that, like Oreos, and I've seen people go, what did I fuck? Dude, the amount of like quickly where you just start doing the instant replay, and you're like, what did I say? Did I say, I just said it was a cookie.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Vegans can't get canceled, though, can they?
No, you can always rebound. Lets people know you're a little bit cut above.
Yeah. There is a sense of entitlement with vegans, no? Or is it just like
I mean, I don't pay for any food.
What's that?
I don't pay for any food. I just leave with it. But you tell me that's entitled, just fine.
Yeah. But there's a confidence, right? There's a sense of like, I know, like.
No, no. I would say sometimes.
That's what I've heard thrown towards the vegan culture, is that like they think they're better than us. But maybe that's just somebody who eats meat, meat eater, is deflecting because they know that they're harming. Yeah.
Sometimes I do like go to sleep at night with my head's on the pillow and I just hear Joe Rogan go, fucking pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you got the Joe Rogan fucking pussy app where he just that's his way of tucking you in at night. By the way, that is a great idea. Just the way there was like celebrity GPS, like, you know, you get that famous. Hey, if Gwyneth Paltrow could sell candles that smell like her vagina, why can't you come up with an app where it's like, you know, him tucking, I don't know, reading you bedtime stories? What would it be? What could he truly capitalize on?
The little moose that could, right before he's killed.
Yeah, the little moose that could run away with a 10-second head start before he shot it in the head.
He got 10 feet, though. Good for him. That's a record.
Yeah.
Hey, guys. Adam Ray here for the About Last Night podcast. Are you a man? What's up, dude? Are you going bald? Sorry, 2 out of 3 men will experience some form of hair loss by the time they're 35. Shit, I'm 39. Well, you know what? If my shit starts to go, that's just my fucking journey. And more than 50 million men in the U.S. suffer from male pattern baldness. I got buddies that have gone bald, family members, good friends. good comic friends that have gone bald. And look, there's only 2 FDA-approved medications out there that can prevent hair loss. And Keeps offers both. What is Keeps? I'll tell you, Mom. Keeps offers a simple, stress-free way to keep your hair. Because look, keeping your hair, something we all want. Nobody wants to be seeing their own reflection in a pond off their head. If you sign up for Keeps right now, you're going to get convenient. Keeps offers convenient virtual doctor consultations and medications delivered straight to your door every 3 months so that you don't even have to leave your home. The cost is low. How much? Well, treatments start at just $10 per month. And Keeps offers generic versions, okay? The packaging is discreet so that your neighbors aren't like, hey, what's going on? You lose your hair? You're like, fuck you, Rob. And the results are proven, okay? Keeps has more 5-star reviews, which is huge, than any of its competitors. Look, prevention is key. Treatments can take 4 to 6 months to see the results, so act fast. And if you want to act fast and start turning your shit around and getting that head full of stuff, and by stuff I mean hair, it's ready to take action and prevent that hair loss. So go to Keeps.com, KEEPS.com/lastnight to receive your first month of treatment for free. That's Keeps.com/lastnight to get your first month free. Keeps.com/lastnight. Time to fill that head up with some hair.
Did you enjoy the break from the world when it first shut down? I know,
the pandemic. This is our first one since the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it slowed me down.
And we chatted and stayed in, great
We had the
contact.
Zoom one. We had that Zoom one quick.
Yeah.
But that was like, yeah.
But so I just want to hear, like, when things shut down, did you take a step back? Loved it.
Thought it was going to be 6 weeks. I was like, I needed 6 weeks off anyway. When's unemployment coming?
Totally.
Had some money saved, needed a break, and I lost that Quibi show, though. That was horrible. Yeah. But
that's right.
Yeah. But I took that well because everyone in the business has lost something that they had.
Yes.
But since everyone was out of work, I wasn't like, you can't do, oh, poor, woe is me when it's everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So I took that one pretty easy. I would have preferred that it happened. But yeah, I immediately was like, okay, just like everybody, work out at home, Pilates, sit-ups, just like bands.
What can I control?
All the weird workouts.
Yeah.
Push-ups with your feet on the wall. Just like.
By the way, that's a great, if you start an exercise class or an exercise book, Mark Saratella, all the weird workouts.
Yeah. Slap your roommate, run for your life.
Great way to get cardio in.
Interval. It was a high intensity. Talk about high intensity interval workout.
Yeah. There was I remember us, talking pretty steadily about, and keeping things light, but also sharing true concerns. When it did seem like it was like, I don't know, when sports, for me, because I was in Dallas when things shut down, and it was still kind of like, I started to kind of elbow people for the meet and greets, and people were like, what are you, gay? And I was like, okay. That gave me a little bit of a heads up of like, just the divide that there's going to be.
Of course.
But when sports said like, we're done, I was like, holy shit. Like movie theaters closing, restaurants temporarily closing, theme parks. I was like, is Disneyland truly the heartbeat of this country? But like sports, truly, or even music festivals. It's like, we'll get, that'll be back. But like something was very definitive about an entire sport just being like, we're done. So what was that thing for you that made you kind of step back and go, whoa, like this is, I got to really hunker down and figure out how to get through this?
Honestly, when it became definite that Quibi was canceled forever.
Yeah. I think for a lot of people, that was a gut punch.
You go, oh boy. It was like, I was planning on coming back to that. They're like, when things come back, it'll be better than ever. I was like, yeah, it will. Because, and for the people listening, I was supposed to host their stand-up comedy show. Yeah. Which also would have been the best thing on that app. It was going to be the best part of that app in my mind. Because
what the app was for, truly.
Stand-up comedy would have been perfect on that thing. And
short dose content.
They were writing great checks, and the amount of industry in that room when we were going on was incredible.
Yeah. Dude, I remember I had a small part in The Fugitive with Kiefer Sutherland on,
that's right.
on Quibi. But yeah, you know that because I told you that. But I mean, like, I remember when I told my dad, I was like, hey, The Fugitive, I shot a couple scenes in that, it'll be on Quibi. He's like, who's a Quibi? And I was like, I'll talk to you tomorrow. but that was too long. But even that, they released in like big chunks, and it was, you just need short form.
Where is all that content? Is it on like
who knows
the rover that China just sent to Mars?
Probably.
You'll put Quibi on it to send it out there.
Would you go to Mars? What would it take for you? Would you need somebody to pay for you?
Honestly, a new comedy
training.
Just a new club. They go, the owners are pretty cool. You go, all right, I'm going.
I'll book it. Because you do like to travel. You've been all over the world.
Love to travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you have a favorite place?
Florence, Italy, for without doubt.
Wow.
Yep. I was reading. I was like, Adam's gonna hopefully ask me my favorite place.
Because there is, well, you've performed everywhere, but I definitely know that we all fantasized about like escape routes, right? I know some people that when they almost, you know, I mean, and there for sure there's talks of people that, you know, knew COVID was coming and they fucking bounced and, you know, got financial gains from whatever in the stock market. But I know people that definitely moved to like Mexico or places that were going to stay open. They just kind of had their finger on the pulse of like, let's fucking just make a big life change now. Or Europe, or go somewhere where
Anywhere.
it wasn't an issue. Or Hawaii, you know, was even, I think, less affected. But was there a spot where you're like, man, if I could fucking just go there right now? Like,
yeah, no, oh, God, I don't know. Probably, honestly, probably home. But it was like my parents smoked and do smoke, and so it was like, I can't go there.
Maybe around that.
Sister had an infant, because I would have liked to spend more time at home. But fantasy-wise, not really, because everything's shut down. You know, and also it's like, I have my little neighborhood in North Hollywood. I go, I know everything around here. I know the little grocery stores. I can get in and out of things quick. I have my dog here. The park is there. So honestly, the number one spot would be right where I was, because I live in North Hollywood, which has really changed. Remember, I first moved there, how miserable I was.
Yeah.
But now I think it's the number one spot to live in LA. You can get in and out of it quick. Everything's pretty clean. They have that huge park on the corner of Magnolia and Tahunga. You guys can catch me there. No, doing a show.
Yeah.
And so I definitely got real used to my neighborhood and was happy with it for sure. Because I had a friend who went to Mexico too. I go, how did you got to learn the food there too.
Yeah.
You know?
I know there's a familiarity, especially with.
Because down there it's called taco.
Yeah. And that's different.
Taco.
And you fuck that up, they don't know what you're talking about.
It's the inflection.
Yeah. I remember hearing the first time I heard somebody do a joke that was like about their parent mispronouncing, being like, okay, I have the quesadilla, and thinking that was just so funny.
Right.
Were your parents ever like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Everyone's. We
just
were
blissfully unaware.
from upstate New York. We're like, there's a new Mexican restaurant open here. Everyone's stoked. Taco Bell. Not joking.
For real?
For real. Lines out the door. But this is back in like whenever Taco Bell came out. This isn't like last week.
That is a big deal.
We didn't have Mexican food in Albany, New York. And actually, there was one place like a little bit later on. It was, I went there like years and years later, and it was the worst
Of course.
stuff
Yeah.
Mexican food I've just ever eaten. It was definitely a white person cooking Mexican food just by like winging it.
Yeah. I haven't had Taco Bell, by the way. And this is probably a reason why I've read for a billion Taco Bell voiceover spots and not booked one.
Because you're not passionate about it.
No. And because I also, like, they can probably hear in my voice that I've been affected by the rumors and employees who have gone to the internet and been like, I'll tell you what's in that meat. Fucking cat cum and beaver clits. And you're like, which taco specifically? Because there's a lot of menu items and I can order around that. But you know what I'm saying? Like there's always one disgruntled employee. And you got to listen.
Paddle. I'll take a beaver paddle torta. You go, what?
Yeah. You got to, ever had moose taint? Yeah, we'll get that chicken gordita again if you want to try something new. But there's always, you have to pay attention to the disgruntled employees that take to the mic.
The truth tellers.
The truth tellers.
The people at north of the wall.
Yes.
Instead of south of the border, whatever it is.
Well, you always talk about taking things to the grave, and it's like, you know, when people just say things, you know.
I thought I told you not to tell me. Tell me when I take things to the grave. Take that to the grave. You're supposed to take that to the grave.
That was my saying just for you in that private moment. Do you have quotes to live by? Are you a quote guy?
Yeah, what was I just quoting today, trying to get myself out of trouble at work? I go, how you do one thing is how you do everything. I like that.
Yeah.
Someone was pressing me on my honesty, and I was like, oh, really? Because I showed you this, and that was honest, and this was honest, but now you're calling me out on this dishonesty.
Yeah.
And you go, you caught me in a tiny white lie where I didn't update you immediately on the situation I was doing. And I go, and you
omit. You call that omitting, right? No?
No idea. Yeah, maybe.
I used to get in trouble with an ex for omitting stuff, where it'd be like, I'm at a comedy club. She'd hear girls in the background, and I didn't know there were going to be girls there. And I was just like, oh, no, that's my friend. He's still a guy. He's transitioning, though. No, I would just be like, you know, I didn't think I needed to tell you. Also, I don't know these people. They're just in the conversation.
That's just relationships in your 20s, too, where you go, and at a certain point, you go, this is not worth the argument.
I know, dude.
You know?
Just putting up with it. I still think about the fact that I didn't go to the Playboy Mansion with Jeff Dye just to not ruffle feathers with my ex.
We could probably go there right now. It's shut down. It's like a water park.
Can you imagine, though? Like, what a bummer. Although, I didn't really feel bad about it in the moment because I was like, it was like, it made me feel good to like be like, I'm choosing you
Sacrifice.
over. Yes, yeah. Look what I'm giving up, which is like, you know,
The spank bank on the deathbed. For you, it's one scene less.
and it's not even like I thought I was gonna go there and have some sort of slip up or like. I think it was though the tail end of what the mansion.
I just pictured you coming up out of the hot tub with a snorkel thing, with a beer somehow still full, and pounding this hot tub juice, a beer thing.
Somebody being like, dude,
Not
don't
that I
drink
have a
that.
slip. I always
Like,
picture
when
you-
in Rome, baby.
My beer's still in here though. There's still some beer.
Isn't grotto Italian for just do it?
You know, Einstein equals MC squared. Is there still some beer in this water? What would Einstein do, baby?
What would Einstein do? Yeah. I know, man. But yeah, I know. There's were there things like that when you first got to LA that you did or went to go see? Like, what were your first things you came to LA excited to do or see? Do you remember? I know you went to San Diego first. And then
I
up to
came
LA.
here in just a haze. Just
Like Hollywood Walk of Fame or like a comedy
you mean
club.
when I moved here?
Yeah.
Well, I had been coming here occasionally from San Diego because I started stand up in San Diego. I worked as a teacher down there. Probably people heard before, but I would come here occasionally, like once every 3 months, to get used to the audiences.
Yeah.
But my gigs were like Northridge. So not only was I coming up to LA, I'm driving in rush hour. The lights are changing to like, you know, you come to LA, the sky's a different color because it's dirtier,
Yeah.
especially at the time. Maybe it is now. But I would come up here and just be like, I'm gonna have to move here. I didn't know anybody really. And so I don't know how I came to see anything at all. And plus this is not a touristy city. And you don't even really know about the hikes until now. There's a little bit more information because of the internet. A little bit, everybody like, no, reality shows like, oh, we
Right.
can go, I just did the hike yesterday. The
Certain
famous one.
landmarks.
Yeah.
Running Canyon?
Yeah, I just did Running Canyon
Yeah.
yesterday, which is a beautiful hike. But so here, when people come to visit here, I go, we're gonna see some live entertainment, comedy, music, or magic, and then we're gonna go on a nice hike. But I don't go to the beach in Santa Monica. I don't look forward to any of that.
Yeah.
And then also you're gonna, what's good here is just, I guess you meet really dynamic people.
Yeah.
I met some of the worst people in my life here, without doubt. And it's certainly a higher percentage than other cities because it's just flat out narcissism. But I've met the most dynamic people here too,
Yeah.
where, maybe you go somewhere else and you think it's boring.
Yeah. What is that? I always try to explain that to people I always find myself defending LA when people go, do you
Yeah.
really like it there?
I do now.
And
yeah.
really just like, when I say that, I go, either you came here for a little bit and it didn't work out for you.
Yes.
You bailed on it too early. You bailed on yourself. You want to go there, but you can't. So you're deflecting
Mm-hmm.
almost like a comedy club that you like aren't in
Yeah.
with when you first start out. So you talk shit about it because you're like, is that place even like good? And you're like,
Yeah.
But there is a higher percentage of narcissists because of the business being here, right? Or
Yeah, you have to be a little delusional. The Californian sketch is so funny, where it's
on
just,
SNL,
that really
yeah.
nails it because you just, you take all this thing, like, this girl who I was with recently ghosted me. And I'm like, how could she do that to me? A guy who hasn't been on a date since third date since 2006. And like, I met her drunk in a bar after a show. How could she diss me?
How could you not respond?
Totally. And, and then it's, you've already like gone down the path with this person several times in that way, never
Yes.
committed to each other. And,
Yes.
and so, but what were we talking about?
Who'd you vote for?
What were we just talking about?
Just the I guess elevated sense of
Oh, LA and liking
narcissism and LA
Yeah.
and having a higher percentage of people that, like you said, that you've met more people that are some of the worst than the best.
You'll have people baffle you here without doubt, unlike any city.
You're
where
more
you go-
baffled by people here than
Yeah.
any other place.
Yeah, Los Angeles, yeah.
And baffle is a great, I guess, another synonym for bullshitter or someone who's just looking out for them. There are more opportunists, right? But what I
Yeah.
dig is that you got more people here that are also like a lot
Have
of
accomplished
delusion.
a lot.
Yeah, a lot of delusion, but a lot of positive delusion as far as like people truly like back to sacrifice, just going for it and willing to just grind it out for something they really want. There's a lot of that. And
Yes.
but you got to be selective about surrounding yourself like we have.
Some famous people are the most happy people you ever met. They're
Totally.
like, oh, there's people that are miserable that are famous. Of course.
Of course.
But most are not. And it is fun to see a famous person, especially someone you really respect. I remember seeing these famous comedians for the first time, and be like, oh my God, I can't believe that person is in front of me.
I know.
You know?
And they seem put together.
Totally.
Who was the first famous person you saw in LA?
Dom Irrera at a urinal. No, it was
doing stand-up to himself.
No, I don't know. First, it had to be a comedian.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, that's what I asked, because mine was Larry King at the Grove.
Oh, really?
Famously, yeah. I mean, I've told the story a bunch, but I was just super baked. And I went up to him and I was like, what's up, Larry? Big fan. He's like, I'm with my nephew. Do you mind? And I was like, not at all. I just got interviewed by Larry King, and then gave him double peace signs, and then he just stared at me like I was a fucking creep. All right, I lingered before that. I was like, you getting some snacks? Like, he was at the automated snack machine. I was like, if I can recommend the popcorn, and just like make, just trying to make small talk. I just wanted a story. Then he just
B5, good one.
Yeah.
B4 is right. B4.
Dude, I met a lot of people at the theater when I was baked. Met Ben Harper when I was stoned at the movie theater. Met Leo. Well, bumped into Leo. But he was walking, I think, late to a movie, and I was walking out, and we just classic shoulder into shoulder, just bumped, and like both got taken aback.
He hit you with the faint little fame dust.
Yeah, and then I kind of bounced back, and then his hat kind of like fell off his hat. So then he kind of went, so then he looked up and went like that, and he goes, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I went, whoa, and he goes. I can be like, yeah, it's me, man. Fucking take it easy.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Hey guys, Adam Ray here for the About Last Night podcast. Hope you're enjoying this episode. Obviously, it's a very difficult time for everyone right now. We're all challenged in finding a day-to-day routine that makes our lives consistent and awesome. And if there's something that's interfering with your happiness right now or preventing you from achieving your goals, BetterHelp Online Counseling is there for you. BetterHelp is a professional counseling service, online, private, and it's so convenient. I've used it for a little bit now. It's truly the only way that I've found to help get my own issues dealt with on my own time at my own pace. You can schedule secure video or phone sessions, plus chat and text with your licensed professional counselor right now. They're specialized in depression, anger, stress, anxiety, family conflicts, LGBT matters, grief or relationships, sleeping, which I have a lot of trouble with, trauma, self-esteem. Anything that you share with them is confidential. And guess what? If you're not happy with your counselor for any reason, at any time, you can request a new one for no additional charge. There's 3,000 U.S. licensed therapists across all 50 states, available worldwide. And again, there's 4 ways to communicate with them: text, chat, phone, and video. You can start communicating in under 24 hours. It's available on any desktop, mobile web, Android, and iOS apps. Schedule a video or phone session, generally weekly, unless your therapist schedules more. Unless you just are really not sleeping and need to get some additional chats in. There's broad expertise in the network, which may not be locally available in many areas. Financial aid is available for those who qualify. It's secure, it's convenient, it's professional, and above all, it's affordable. All right, it's truly the most affordable option I found. So right now, all ALN listeners are going to get 10% off your first month with a discount code AboutLastNight. So why not get started today and start making some changes for the better in your life? You deserve it. So go to BetterHelp.com/AboutLastNight. Simply fill out a questionnaire to help them assess your needs and get matched with a counselor that you'll love. That's BetterHelp.com/AboutLastNight. BetterHelp.com/AboutLastNight and get 10% off your first month with promo code AboutLastNight. And now back to the episode.
Have you ever seen that picture of Russian Leonardo DiCaprio? The guy who works at the airport, the Moscow airport, who looks just like him, kind of?
That's amazing.
Have you never seen it?
No.
Okay, let me pull it up.
Yeah.
And I want to say about LA too is it's a great place for food. David Chang has a podcast on The Ringer where he says LA is now the food center either of the world or the United States.
Whoa.
At Los Angeles, he goes, this is the place with the, and I was like, yeah.
With the most diverse
100%.
flavors, yeah.
Yeah, and just so many different things. I ate a place the other day. It was Ecuadorian Mexican.
Cool.
No. And then there's a Korean Mexican place in Koreatown. Like they just mix up these things. You go, okay, because it is, And what's nice about those things now, when we first moved here, there wasn't Uber, so you couldn't get to Koreatown. In order to get to some of the cool spots, you had to park, walk.
Yeah. That could deter you from
join a gang.
Yeah.
Fight another gang.
Yeah. Fight a gang. Find a gang. Fight a gang.
You go in there, the rival gang members working as a busboy.
You get another password in the sign to get in. Yeah, didn't Anthony Bourdain do an LA episode?
He did, yeah, and I went to those places. Okay, so you ready for Russian Leonardo DiCaprio works at the airport?
Please.
You ready for this?
Shut the fuck up. Which camera should I show? This one?
No, just it's that one.
Oh, like, can you see it?
Pull it back.
Oh, man.
That guy has like a show now out there, I think.
Okay, wait, that's better.
You can Google search it.
We'll edit this out. All right. Anyway, that's incredible, dude.
Isn't it? Because he kind of looks like him.
A second Leonardo DiCaprio doppelganger has been found in Russia. Does this guy, I mean, he looks, I mean, this is if Leo, you know.
Worked at the airport and ate too much.
Yeah. That's amazing. That guy must get stopped though, right? I wonder if he's ever, turned it into a
He is. I think he has a
profitable
show
situation.
there now. It is, yeah.
A show about
you can track
being
it.
a Leo doppelganger or just.
Is Russia's newest star.
But I'm saying, like, do you think he's ever been approached by gals that were like,
He's in
oh my God, Leo,
ad.
what are you doing here? He's like, I'm actually studying for a part, right? And
Yeah,
like,
that's
and
funny.
plays it off and they just don't know. You know, some people are like, you know, think they just have no photographic, like,
Right.
able to, you know, where they're like, that guy looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You're like, that's a 5'10" Korean lady. You know what I'm saying? Where like people just, they don't have that perception of being able, like, so somebody probably has seen him and truly is like,
Yeah,
that's Leo.
He's like, I'm doing Flight 2 with Denzel. This time it's Puttersnow.
You ever see The Terminal with Tom Hanks?
That sounds like a horrible movie. The Terminal?
You didn't see it?
No.
Tom Hanks playing
It's
a
about
Russian guy that gets, it's based on a true story, gets trapped at the airport. You never saw it?
No.
Do you not like those types of movies?
No, I would know. It sounds
Castaway.
great.
Did you see Castaway?
Yeah.
So it's another Hanks in one. So it's a guy who gets trapped at the airport. I can't remember why. It was like maybe something with customs and a passport, and he lives at the airport for like a month.
Did the airport shut down?
Oh yeah.
Oh, no, he has to just be there.
He like created a.
He was stuck in between things
Yeah.
and couldn't leave or he'd be arrested.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, he somehow like became friends with like the bag boys and the. Like and had like a secret. I think slept in like a cafeteria.
Are you talking about a dream of yours? This is a movie.
This is a movie with Tom Hanks.
And yet we've sold nothing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
this
yeah.
piece of shit's out
Spielberg
there.
did this.
Did he?
Yeah. All at an airport.
Delete what I just
based
said.
On a true, based on a true story. Have you seen anything recently? Are you excited for any movies coming up? Have you watched anything? I know you're a documentary guy and a
Yeah,
a sports guy.
this is gonna sound with everything streaming now. I think you can catch things late, and to me, they're still relevant. The movie I liked the most recently, Get On Up.
Who's that with?
Chadwick Boseman.
Oh, the James Brown one.
Dude, I watched that thing like 12 times
Have you
last
really?
month. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just love it.
It's incredible.
I just love James Brown too, and like, you know, I know he's done dark things. I love the story of him and everything he overcame, and the thing, and it's just interesting.
Yeah.
You know, how can you not read it? And then, so everything I read about him, that was entirely, it was so accurate. I go, this is exactly what I've read.
Those
in
biopics.
multiple sources.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they'll squeeze the truth, or you know, they'll accordion it, and they'll make two things happen in one.
Yeah, yeah.
There wasn't one thing I saw in there that wasn't, to me, what I had read entirely accurate.
That's awesome.
Totally.
Who would you want to play if you could get a chance to play anybody? And full transformation, you know, where they would, you know, support you.
Of course, man. The lead, JB. You got to do it right by yourself.
James Brown. You would want to play James Brown?
Of course.
Aside from James Brown.
James White.
Yeah. Who's James White? The football player.
WJB, White James Brown.
Who would you want to be, though? Have you ever thought about that?
In the movie?
Not in James Brown, not in Get On Up, in any movie. If Hollywood came to you and said, Mark, like,
Dude,
we're going to do a biopic.
why are you busting my balls about this? Paul Rubin story.
Hilarious.
From
Aside
beginning
from
to end.
that, that's the joke response.
No, it's not, but it would be, I could get cast in it. We're talking about being cast.
That would be a fucking.
You mean
great- that
based on a
actually
bi-
is an amazing biopic. by
Of
the way.
course.
Holy shit.
He was bombing, had all these weird characters, didn't work, and just showed up one day at the Groundlings with Pee Wee Herman character and just took off from there.
For real?
Yeah.
I guess I'd never even thought about that.
And I could be totally wrong about this. Don't quote, maybe. I think it was at like 29. I think he'd been doing it for years and
Later
years
in
and years.
life,
Like, he's like, dude, all your characters are freak show. And he just showed up this one time with this. Imagine having the balls to show up at a live performance and with that character with all those quirks.
Yeah. I guess
know?
that's the one place, though, where people would not judge it.
The
Because
character's so out there, even the suit and the tie and the shorts. He nailed that thing.
Yeah. And it's so, yeah. Were you a fan of it?
No,
As a kid?
The movies, yes, but the show is it was a little bit I was older than it. My little sister loved it.
Yeah.
And but I like the movies a lot because the movies are a little bit more adult themed.
Totally.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they were.
The little kid one was real little to me. Maybe just too young for me. But I remember my dad just watching my sister just laughing his ass off.
That's awesome.
You know, my dad's a butcher, Italian butcher from upstate New York.
This fucking chair's talking.
Yeah, no, for real.
There's a head in a box. He's his best friend. Mailman comes over. He's kind of hot.
Yeah, my dad is funny, but he's like, you know, roughneck, working class funny. Like he'd answer the phone, like the phone would ring for dinner, and he'd be like, he'd answer like, "Rick, you cocksucking motherfucker, how you doing?" And like it'd go from there, but it was not. It was not a super playful.
Okay, so aside from the Paul Rubin story, let's say like I'm talking like let's say Lance Armstrong, Bill Clinton.
I look like me or somebody else.
I'm saying, but full transformation where they would like whether it was somebody you had to get in
they could do that
bigger shape for or prosthetics. Like who would you just want? Like for me, I would want to do Jim Henson. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, of course. But I could see that with you.
So
you have a similar shape face.
Yeah, and I can and I'd grow a beard out, or they put a beard on you, or you whatever. Or
well, have you sent over to Jim Henson Studios the 2 Girls 1 Cup reaction? Or have they seen you work?
That is just, open and shut case. Yeah, not happening. Like unless I pull that video off.
The production. Can we talk to you over here, Adam? What are you going to tell us about this? That's what I went through today. Where it's like, what are you going to tell me about this? I thought I did. I'm telling you now.
I want to. Okay, so who would you? Have you thought about that?
It would have to be a biopic.
Yeah. A boxer, an athlete like Derek Jeter, or fucking Joe Torre or Lance Armstrong.
Has to be white, or can I be? Are they going to put me in like?
I think they could. Yeah, you could go full prosthetic. Whatever. Yeah, whatever you want. Let's open it up.
Page.
Whoa.
Yeah, I like his story.
Cool.
No one's done a movie about it yet.
What's his story?
Satchel Paige is best Negro League pitcher.
That's.
I had like 565 wins.
Made.
Do they used to? I did my senior thesis at Carolina. They used to, they would take a bus through the South, right? Because it's mainly where it was.
Yeah.
And in order to eat, they would shoot deer from the bus while it was in motion.
Oh my god!
Really.
Oh my god!
Babe Ruth toured with him a bunch because there's a lot of theories, and I think it's probably true that Babe Ruth was actually half black. So during his off season, he always went right away and barnstormed with them right away. He also said right away that he goes, "These are the best players, though." And they made their records now part of the official records as well. They should have.
That's awesome.
Totally.
Yeah, Babe Ruth, they've done a few movies about him, but I would like to see a darker, like more epic cinematic take, like a Spielberg take on that. But the John Goodman one is so good.
It is.
But you know what I'm saying? Like a true, like a more James Brown type biopic, or Ray Charles one where you like maybe get into more of the dark shit that he, or how he really, changed the game. All right, to close this out. This has been great, by the way.
Definitely.
Thank you again.
Welcome.
And Supernova shows, by the way, just follow Mark at Instagram, at Mark Sartella, and on Twitter. But also follow Supernova Comedy on Instagram and Long Time No See Comedy. And but the shows are every what?
And this is what we have coming up.
Yeah.
I don't know when this comes out, but this will give you So we have Sarah Silverman tomorrow.
Yep.
Anthony Jeselnik. I'm not because I know this might come, but just give me what the lineup's like. Sarah Silverman tomorrow with Anthony Jeselnik. Todd Barry's in town. We have Eliza on tomorrow as well. Sunday we have Jeff Ross coming up, Tiffany Haddish. We have 2 shows on Wednesday.
Dude, Joe McHale's done it. Spade's done it. Craig Robinson. Tom Segura came in town. Only show he did in L.A.
In the last 3 weeks, we had Tom Segura, Bill Burr.
Nate
Bargatze. Everyone we just mentioned. Mark Norman. It's the best stand-up comedy show in the world right now.
It is.
Although some people wouldn't let you know it.
In the round. And, dude, I got a standing O last week for fucking kicking a couple people out in a fun way. If it was just an aggressive kick out, and I wouldn't have taken any credit for what was happening, but it was like, the fact that I kept it light and kept it funny for the crowd as they were leaving was very important to me. And so that it wasn't just a power move,
Of course. You know what to do. You have the correct judgment because when you're first start coming up, even though like 11 years in, you question things that you're doing because you don't know what's the right thing and you failed. You swung the bat and missed.
Yep.
But on this one, you should. It's hard as a human being sometimes to trust your judgment on what you did and know that you did it in the right way. That's where also not drinking before you go on for me helped me too because I go, even if you have, not you, this is talking about me, if I have one in me, and something goes wrong like that, I go, oh, would I have handled that if I was
totally?
You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to second guess your judgment for things that, especially being on stage. It's just having all your wits about you matters. And you can see it in your comedy too. You're sharper, you're
Yeah,
quicker.
totally.
All right. So R.I.P. James Lipton, Inside the Actors Studio was a great show. Inevitably, at some point you would have been on it, probably
Yeah.
for your depiction of Satchel Paige. So let's close this out with a 10-question questionnaire.
Okay.
James Lipton
Got
interviewing
it.
Mark Saratella. Mark Saratella, what is your favorite word?
What one did we use earlier just now that I thought was real good? This is throwing it right back at you. You ever see that thing, Stoner Jeopardy on Silent Live? Final Stoner Jeopardy question. What were we just talking about? Everyone gets it wrong?
Yeah. What was the word? I don't know. What? Dubious. No. What
No,
is-
we said a word today. We go, that's a great word. This never happened to James Lipton.
yeah. Lipton was never tongue-tied. Well, okay. Well, aside from
Let's
that
go,
one,
I'm going to think of it. I will think of it
We'll come
as you
back
ask
to
me
it.
another one.
What is
'cause
your
I want to
least-
nail it.
what is your least favorite word?
Liar.
What turns you on?
This girl that ghosted me.
What turns you off?
Same chick.
Great answer. What is your favorite curse word?
How many curse words are there? I mean, just motherfucker.
Yeah, it's great.
Right.
In the right context.
Of course. It's a dagger. It's a sword.
What is your what sound or noise do you love?
The sound, you know when you get sent money on Cash App and it goes cha-ching? Like
What sound or noise do you hate?
the beeping, this is easy.
Yeah.
The beeping on large trucks, UPS, if you're hearing this, you motherfuckers. They, outside my apartment in North Hollywood, they will park a huge brown truck. He'll deliver to all the apartments around it the entire time it's beeping because they want people to see the truck so they don't hit it. It's a huge brown truck in the middle of the street. You go, who's this beeping for? Stevie Wonder? Is that who it's for? Why is it beeping? And I call them out. I go, hey, man, can you turn the truck off so it doesn't beep? Nope. Great. But the coolest guys will. And then I Google search UPS beeping. Everyone's complaining about it. So any unnecessary noise in a city environment, especially beeping. I was in my same apartment. I go, what is that backing up beeping noise? I go outside. It is a garbage truck, not joking at him, 3 blocks away. Why do I need to know that a garbage truck is backing up 3 blocks from my home? The beeping on trucks, without doubt, I think noise pollution is one of the hidden problems in this world that drives people crazy too. Think about those noisy environments where you can't get any peace.
Dude, you should fucking run for office.
And well, for real, it annoys me.
Yeah.
And it's because it's so unnecessary.
Unnecessary noise.
And it's so long. And then I love when people don't understand. He goes, I'm not turned off. I go, well, it's 20 minutes every day. They go, well, that's just kind of part of life.
Yeah.
You go, it's an unnecessary part of life. But this is also why comedians go, this is unnecessary.
Yeah. Well, there's also, and we've talked about this at great length, like the time in which you're like getting going with, getting those beeps on, like fucking, you could do it an hour later.
And we
Like,
get so little peace in Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? Peace of mind on the bills. When there's things outside, just unnecessary breaking of that is just like, it feels like an extra violation.
what profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
UPS driver.
What profession would you not like to do?
What I not like to do.
Yeah.
Anything in just sanitation. Just
Yep.
yeah, for sure, right?
Yep.
Just to do-
Janitor.
yes.
Fuck that. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Great Tonight Show set.
Great. Mark Saratella, you're the man.
Thank
Shows
you.
are great. Great to see you.
MarksComedy.com.
Oh, that's right.
Has all my social media.
Tour dates coming up. We're hitting
Yep.
the road.
Yep.
Can't wait. Come see us. And glad we made it out of the pandemic.
Absolutely.
Any quotes, words to live by coming out of the pandemic, heading into 2021?
Lost 30 pounds going vegan, drinking less. How about that?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's a really important cause to me, the vegan thing for sure.
When you better yourself, you better the world.
Right.
Who said that? Tom Selleck. Good night, everybody. Zoa. Thanks, Rock. Guys, Adam Ray here for the About Last Night podcast. Hope you enjoyed that episode. It was a good one. A lot of laughs, a lot of tears, a lot of stuff to think about and chew on, huh? Because that's what life's all about, chewing on the good stuff. Nobody said that. Maybe Denzel did. Maybe Tom Hanks did. Maybe they said it together in Philadelphia. The point is, click subscribe right here on the ALN logo so you can get more episodes and stay up to date when new content drops. Highlights, animations, clips. It's all here for you, baby. I'll see you next time. Whoop, I don't know how to blink.